In the order, you weren't taught to question the authority of the leaders. Not only everything you ever make, but everything you ever do and everything you ever will be has to be turned into the order. Your whole life is dedicated for it.
Well, the Kingston clan is thought of as a massive enterprise that could easily be worth millions of dollars.
The Kingston clan has their fingers in all kinds of businesses, runs their business and runs their family kind of like a religious communist enclave. Members get a paycheck from the Kingston clan from those businesses that they work for, but then that money goes right back into the clan. The majority, we're hearing, going right to the top. Agents also served warrants at the $4 million home of Washakie CEO Jacob Kingston, son of clan leader John Daniel Kingston.
My dad is John Daniel Kingston, and people on the outside call it the Kingston clan, and it's just a Kingston group based on fundamentalist Mormons. My dad has 14 wives, counting my mom, and I have 13 siblings on my mom's side and 157 siblings on my dad's side. Uncles marrying nieces, and brothers marrying sisters from other mothers. And my mom and dad have the same father, and their dad's Ortel Kingston. Yep, that's pretty weird. My dad did nothing. He didn't pay the bills. He didn't come over for birthdays, nothing. In 2013, my mom got really sick because she had colon cancer. And my dad convinced her to try some type of treatment that he thought could work instead of going to like the hospital and stuff. So she tried that. And she got really sick. When she actually did pass away, then my dad and the leaders just took an inventory of all of her stuff and then said, if you want it, you can buy it. Otherwise, we're just gonna sell it on KSL. And I have one thing. It's like a silver bell, and she used it when she was sick if she needed help. That's the only thing that I got, yeah. May 6th of 2015, my dad said the next day, you need to pack your bags. And figure out where you're gonna live. If you left the order, then you can't see or talk or hang out with anyone like that's in the order still. So it's been 9 months since I've seen my dad, and you know, he didn't think I would actually pack my bags and figure out where I was gonna live. I think it was more of a threat than anything because he wants me back now.
When they have a struggle or Daniel gets upset and kicks them out, they know they can come here. And one day Joe showed up like, can I stay here? And I was like, okay. I'm Joe's older sister. I am the oldest out of 13 kids, and I also have 9 kids. And I was married when I was 16 to the leader's firstborn son. And I was his 7th wife. She's just fussy. She wants to bounce. In the church, you're required to have a baby every single year. And you're required to stay skinny. And you're required to pay all your bills and keep up the household all by yourself. I had a few miscarries that were very deadly. And at the very end, I was pregnant and the baby had died. And then my body wouldn't pass it. It was a miscarry. So my stomach started swelling and I was getting septic. And they had a magical tea to make me have the baby. After all those teas and everything, they could see that my body was not going to release the baby and I was deathly ill. My husband decided he was too busy to deal with me that day. So I stayed home, passed out the whole day. And when he came, I picked up the phone to call the doctor, and he attacked me. And at that point, I realized something was completely wrong. Finally, we got a doctor's appointment and got into the doctor and got the baby out. I kept all the kids with me, and I found a way to survive with 6 kids.
So Jared, we're just gonna go to her house, Jamaica, and I think we're just gonna go to Murray Park. So do you wanna get the 4 little boys ready?
This Sunday, my dad asked me if I would meet with him to figure out how I can get back to the order. He's definitely gonna be trying to convince me to go back.
You can do whatever you want. I just wouldn't do it myself.
Yeah.
So if you have something to say to him, go have fun with that. He dislocated my jaw. You gotta be careful with the jaw.
I for sure would have hit him back. I'll be like, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, because I didn't know how bad it was until I left. As long as you know I love and care about you, that's what matters.
Yeah. When I was 14, I believed that magic was real, so I started learning illusions so people wouldn't know the difference between the real magic and the fake magic. I never actually learned the real magic, but it did kind of open up my eyes a little bit, learning illusions, becoming more educated, and starting to question a little bit more. After realizing, okay, this something I believed in really big wasn't real, then I started thinking just more realistic and logical, and then I started questioning.
When I met Joe, it was exciting because he had this dream of doing magic. And when I learned his story on how he used magic as an escape to his life, I was just so touched. I fell in love with him. My name is Christine Marie. I'm the founder of Voices for Dignity. We help survivors of religious abuse, polygamy, and human trafficking. You know, I had an experience with this in my own life. I believed in a prophet, and I was subjected to cult mind control and human trafficking. And our home is like a safe home, a very fun kind of safe home. And we take in kids from polygamy.
They wanted me to marry my first cousin because they say that they want to keep the bloodline pure. They kept pushing that on me, and that's why I left. After coming here and meeting Christina, it was like a really good feeling knowing that I could decide what I wanted for my life, whether I did want kids or I just wanted to stay single forever.
When people leave a cult, they have an enormous wound because everything that's familiar to them is in their group. And another thing that the public doesn't realize is that there are also beautiful things within those communities. We have to be careful not to do one size fits all and say, just because there are many, many bad things that are in that lifestyle or in that group, that there's nothing good to pull people like Joe to come back. I mean, there's his family, who he loves dearly, his brothers especially, but there's also certain doctrines and comfort in their rituals, their traditions. When you're out in the real world and you don't really know what the purpose of your life is anymore, you know, you wonder.
Well, yesterday I talked with my dad. He wanted me to go back. I just told him I'd have to think about it. He was nice to me. He just said, "Are you lonely?" And then I told him, yes, I am. And he says, if you want to see your family again, then you can come back. And he told me what he expects me to do to go back. Work where he wants me to work and do what he wants me to do and like pay a fee. He said it could range from $2,000, $3,000, or $5,000. But he said, however much it is, you have to be ready to just pay however much. I still can't wrap my head around the beliefs. So I'm probably not gonna go back, but I'm not gonna go back.
We need to decriminalize plural marriage. If we let rights get taken away, your rights will get taken away too. We should get our choice, just like if we chose to be gay.
He thinks he's standing up for rights, but it still creates this inequality between men and women, regardless of rights. I hope I don't meet any order members because it'll be kind of awkward because we all know each other, so they'll know who I am.
What do you think is the reason for the bill? Do you think it's because people hate the polygamists? Why do you think people care?
That's really an irrelevant question.
No, it's a very important question.
We either have the right to form our families according to our choices if we're adults. We either have that right or we don't. That's the issue.
What everyone forgets in every discussion that I had with any of the pro-polygamy people, they kept pounding on the issue of choice. This is not about choice. When you're an adult, sure, people over 18 can make their own choices, but they have children. The children in polygamy did not choose to be born with 169 siblings. When you have that many children with one father, how can that father possibly be emotionally invested in those children? I saw how sensitive he was when he saw people from his religious group. Did you? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. And I understand that because he associates so much pain with having been kicked out of the group and having been through what he's been through. Like, when you saw your dad, were you drawn to, go back? It was part of you? It's okay, you can be honest.
Part of me, yeah, but for the most part, no.
Yeah, I was worried about you because I know that's a very emotional, shredding kind of thing, because Priscilla went through it too. Do you know Priscilla?
Oh, yeah. Priscilla, yeah.
Yeah. I want to introduce you to...
I seen her dad. I seen the dad, though.
Is he here? Lynn? Can you show me?
Yeah.
When she made the decision to leave, I did tell her that it is up to her. She can do whatever she would like to do.
Right?
And she did, and she chose to leave. I told her that is her choice. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that you made a place for her.
We love her. We really love her. I don't want you Kingstons to think, oh, this one really messed up. No, she is a good egg.
When you leave, you go through everything that you're afraid of. You're in this really big depression, and you don't know how to get out of it. It takes a really, really long time. I'm still really struggling with it, even though I've been gone for a year.
I love to help any one of these people who've had all of their opportunities and dreams just crushed to, get their wings again and feel beautiful, accomplish their goals, and just fly. In the next few months, while he's thinking about it all, I really hope to help him, find his independence and experience the fullness of life and playfulness and the magic of magic. So are you into Houdini at all?
Oh, yeah.
I'm too, because he represented, yeah, you have to escape. He said your mind is the key that sets you free.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that perfect?
That is perfect, wow. Getting people to question stuff, I think, is healthy, so I'm gonna continue on doing magic tricks. Maybe someone will see it and start questioning.
Hey, do you want to see an awesome magic trick? Guaranteed to blow your mind. This that your card?